If you thought the last shows were bad, you ain't seen nothing yet. Things are about to get a whole lot worse. Let's continue. For number 4, we have Breadwinners. This show is just so annoying. I thought Fanboy and Chum Chum was bad. I had yet to witness this show's just horror. This show is just so annoying. Every episode is pretty much just these flash duck, badly animated like ducks. It's pretty much just two ducks waving their butts at the audience. It can be kind of funny sometimes, but it just goes on and on and on. This was like, it could have been like a one-time joke. Instead, they had the joke stretch on for like the entire episode. And the obvious point is that they do it so long and it gets really just boring and annoying. In one episode, the ducks find this monster called Big Baby Buns. That's what they named it because it has 3 butt cheeks. Oh my god. How broken can this show even get? This show is just... I just don't want to talk about the show. This is easily the worst Nicktoon of all time. Well, there might be another contender, but it technically doesn't count. For number 3, we have Dora the Explorer. Even when I was a really little kid, I hated this show. Looking back on it, it is really bad. First off, the animation is terrible. It looks like some of those old, awful Nintendo CDI games. Also, Dora talks like an absolute alien. Do 7-year-old Latino girls actually talk like this? And due to how impressionable kids are, they're probably gonna pick up this alien form of speech. Also, and kind of the obvious, they literally just make obnoxious pauses for like 14 seconds. Every 30-minute episode feels more like 50 minutes through these long, obnoxious pauses. I really hate this show. I'm just moving on to number 2. For number 2, we of course have to talk about Caillou. This show is terrible. Everybody's already talked about it by now, so I'm gonna try and keep it short, but Caillou, he's just a brat, it has to be said. His parents do nothing. They just let him do whatever he wants. And also, did I mention that Caillou literally pinched his baby sister on the face? This makes for a terrible moral for little kids. When I make a kid show, I probably want to include some good morals that could be useful later in life. But nope, this show doesn't care. It's just gonna feed kids bad morals. It's time for some dishonorable mentions. Dishonorable mention number 1 is Nina Needs to Go. This show just has a really stupid concept. It's literally about a girl needing to pee. But it's not terrible, it's just bad writing. And the characters were good, and the animation is alright. So I decided to give it a skip. Second dishonorable mention, Tubi and Binu. This show is so annoying. Imagine if Jar Jar Binks created a kid show. That's a pretty good summary of the show. It is just so annoying. Tubi, of course, sounds like Jar Jar Binks, and the animation is terrible, even for 2000 standards. Without a doubt, the number 1 kid show of all time is Coco Melon. What I hate on this show is literally a drug. This is basically a drug for kids. It's hypnotizing children, and the show is taking over the world as we know it. Nobody's paying attention to it. We have to stop this train wreck. But is the cartoon actually good? No, it isn't. The entire show is just animation white noise. In case you don't know, animation white noise is basically when there's a lot of colorful visuals meant to make kids look at the screen, but nothing is actually going on that actually means anything. This show is a perfect example of that. This show is just really bad. And the songs feel like they were written by 2-year-olds. Most of them is just repeating the same lyrics over and over again. And it's just awkward. The animation is also very stiff and at times goofy. It's really weird. Also, continuity is broken. The main character, JJ, they claim that he's a baby. I mean, this Wheels on the Bus one refers to him as well, the baby on the bus. But in one video, apparently he's going to school? What? The average age for going to school, pretty sure the youngest age you can go is 3. But nope, this baby is going. Makes no sense. And as I said before, we have to stop this show from spreading. It's literally taking over the world. Nobody's paying attention to it. We have to stop it now. This show is just so bad. I hate it mostly because this show is just taking over the world. And I can't stand bad kid shows like these. This is easily the worst kid show of all time. And I sadly doubt that it won't be disappearing from our society for another 50 years. So, what can we make of all this? Well, obviously, we shouldn't make these types of cartoons. We should take notes on what made these cartoons bad and not put them in our cartoons. And besides, most of these shows, they're harmless. And if the younger viewers like them, that's alright. Always remember the shows that made me happy, like Battle for Dream Island and Bluey. If I missed a particularly bad show, then feel free to tell me in the comment section. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good day.